Alright everybody, welcome back. This is TerranNigma, broadcasting live our Tuesday Night Bronze, Silver, and Gold tournament, TerranNigma's Tuesday Night Madness. And we just saw a game between NoCamp and Alpalpo, his opponent, and now we're going to be seeing NoCamp moving on to the next round against his opponent, vorgue. So, here we go. In the upper left-hand corner we have vorgue, our Protoss player. And in the lower right-hand corner, we have our Terran player, NoCamp. So here we go, guys. Going to be watching some Terran vs Protoss action on this particular map, and vorgue is all just like, "Oh, can I walk over that water?" Yes, you can. Yes, you can. This is not an island map, despite what it looks like. Alrighty, so Terran vs Protoss is actually my favorite match to cast. Certainly in StarCraft 2 and definitely in StarCraft 1. That was even just more epic. So we will see what these players decide to do. Typically a 1-Rax expand for Terran on this map, and especially in this matchup, is very, very, very popular. So we'll see if this happens. NoCamp, it might go for some kind of 2-Rax build that can also be a little bit more aggressive, or for something unusual. NoCamp in the last game did rely on slightly more unorthodox builds against his Zerg opponent, but was victorious, so let's see if he can actually do that again. He absolutely loves to use Banshees. Meanwhile, vorgue could go for a 1 gateway expand. That's also pretty common. But he actually might be a little bit safer, go for 4-gate possibly, for an earlier aggressive attack, or maybe a 3-gate expand, which was kind of an older... I apologize. An older build that was popular kind of in the earlier days of StarCraft 2. So, Belshire Beach has always been kind of a cool map, if you ask me. It's like, you know, it's very picturesque. It's just very tropical, but also it's fairly large. It has a large ramp at your natural, so that allows for some more shenanigans. Alrighty, so gateway going to be going down. Finished, and we'll see what vorgue decides to follow this up with. So he did go for that 13 gas, NoCamp did, so we actually might be seeing... I don't think we're going to be seeing an early expansion, and vorgue obviously spots that NoCamp hasn't gone for 1-Rax Expo quite yet, so some slightly non-standard play from NoCamp. Probably expected at this point. He definitely seems to be a player that does prefer slightly less orthodox builds, but vorgue, you know, just kind of going for your typical... your typical 2-gas, 1-base, and let's see if he goes into 3-gate robo or goes for some kind of 4-gate. He is... no, he's not gathering up his minerals too much. I was about to say, if he was stockpiling minerals, then we would definitely see a 4-gate, but nothing of the sort quite yet. Okay, factory going down. Proxy factory. Ooh, so... this could be very, very interesting. You could be going for some kind of mech build versus Protoss. You could just be going for early Banshees again. I'm not sure, but vorgue getting out that early Stalker, just wants to go around and see if there's any... Oh, interesting. Okay, I think we're going to be seeing some DT play from vorgue, pointing out that Twilight Council and those 2 gas. So, looks like both players playing in sort of a non-standard fashion, which does make things definitely more exciting. But I'm a little more interested to see what NoCamp's going to do, because I think, yeah, he's going to be going again for that Banshee play, I believe. Sending out a Hellion as well, just as kind of a scout. But the Twilight Council is going to be going down, and I think that we're going to be seeing a Dark Shrine right after this. I have seen players sometimes go for a High Templar aggression, but I do believe that vorgue is going to be going for... let's see, he's going to throw down that... no, not yet. We'll see. It'll be soon enough. Right now he's just working on that warp gate tech. Definitely a good idea if you are going to be going for DT play. But yeah, NoCamp, I think we are going to be seeing, again, some Banshees from him. We're kind of surprised he hasn't actually built a tech lab on that factory quite yet. But yep, here goes. Dark Shrine is going down for our Protoss player. We're going to be seeing some DT action, which actually could be pretty deadly, because NoCamp doesn't have a lot to defend his base. He doesn't have a, he doesn't actually have any kind of missile turret here, so his base is definitely going to be vulnerable. But we'll see. If NoCamp spots this, if he reacts fast enough, he could actually get through it. Okay, so, never mind, he's not going for a Banshee play, he's going to be going for a Hellion drop, which, it might be effective. It might be effective, you never know. Okay, now he's adding on the tech lab, so he's transitioning. Ah, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Dark Shrine is going to be almost done for vorgue, so I'm really interested to see how this works. Okay, so vorgue going over here, I think he actually might build like a proxy pylon, so we can get some vision up there. Alright, here comes the attack by NoCamp. Going to be sending in those Hellions to set fire to those probes. Very nice, and let's actually take a look at that worker count. So, yep, sending those units on fire, and 18 workers killed, my god! He's doing such a good job with that harassment, and it looks like most of those probes are going to be dead, so... vorgue in a very, very bad position right now. Just things not looking good for him. He's lost almost all of his probes. How many does he have left? Okay, he has 5. He has 5 probes left to 27 SCVs. Definitely advantage, and he's going to follow this up with Banshees. This is not a good day for vorgue. He must be feeling so frustrated by now, especially because he was about to do some, you know, major DT action. But he does have some on the map. He's sending those up. He's going to try to do some damage, trying to see if he can possibly get through. And he might. He might. The only problem is that Terran can float his buildings, which makes things all the more complicated. He's going to be producing those Banshees very, very quickly. So, Terran looking to clean this up. Vorgue, you know, is kind of on the ropes at this point. He needs to be able to do something and do something fast. They do say if you get behind, you want to build DTs, so he is doing the right thing. But is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough for our Protoss player? I do not know. I do not know. I don't think so. But stranger things have happened. Right, so he is preparing to attack again with those Hellions and that Banshee. So NoCamp is just a player that really loves to get at your workers, just kill your economy. And it's working out for him. There's so many ways to play StarCraft, and if you find that you're good with a particular skill set, you might as well go for it. So moving in with that Banshee, just kind of surveying the terrain before deciding to make an aggressive move. And here he comes in with the Hellions, and gonna be attacking, but oh, DT's in there. Gonna be taking some revenge out on those units. It looks like he hasn't counterattacked quite yet, but oh man, let's look at those worker kills now. Alrighty, so vorgue very closely catching up, doing just a ton of damage to those units. Wow, this is fun, man. It's a crazy game. He's gonna clean up the rest of those units, but one DT still alive. And that orbital command is not even done yet, but once he is, he should be able to take down the rest. So, nice counterattack by vorgue. Very impressive. So let's see actually what we got. So 15 probes to 5 SCVs. Talk about vengeance. Vengeance, indeed. But looks like these Banshees should be able to take out the rest of the units. So both players kind of at a bit of a standstill. But NoCamp is going to have, be able to use those Banshees, so he might be able to just move in and take them out. But smartly, vorgue realizes this, and he's going to build a forge, an emergency forge. And he does have more probes, so he actually might be able to defend against this. And against Banshees, cannons obviously do very well. Photon cannons are not recommended in most scenarios, but in this particular one, definitely a good idea. Alrighty, so NoCamp preparing to attack one more time with those Banshees. Is he going to be able to get those cannons up in time? I don't know. He's just going to go for the front of his base, going to be attacking those probes, but that cannon is going to be defending, and here he comes. Just going to be getting around, trying to take out that cannon, and oh, it's going to go down. So very nice timing by NoCamp. Just an impeccable sense of when and when not to attack. So he's doing a very nice job in this game, I think. Throw down another emergency cannon, trying to move those probes around. But they are going to be taken out. These probes are toast, and this actually might be it. Only 5 minerals left. vorgue not looking like he's in a good spot. Oy vey. It's frustrating to be in this position if you are a Protoss, but NoCamp, even though he got dealt a huge blow by those Dark Templars, he still has managed to pull out ahead. He's getting those mules to help build his economy back, and I think he should be able to take this game. Be able to just destroy his opponent, and GG. Nice work by NoCamp. Alrighty, so fun game, definitely a back and forth kind of harass fest by both players, and once again NoCamp manages to win that contest. So right, awesome. Alright, so I will be just back in a sec.